I thought basically that we had pretty much moved beyond this kind of stuff since Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I mean, it is kind of common for films set in Ireland to have a certain amount of twee and a certain amount of, I guess you would call it, poetic license to it. But at the same time, it wasn't even just the accents that were so terrible. What the big problem for me watching this was is that it really tries to paint Ireland as this, fantasy landscape filled with charming idiots and what have you. And the reality is very much not the case at all. I mean, in the same way that French people would be insulted about, or not even insulted, but just sort of irked, if you like, about, you know, French people walking around with garlic around their shoulders, or
Emily in
English
Paris, for
people wearing
example.
bowler hats. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing of. It's not necessarily that it's insulting. You just kind of think that surely we're beyond these kind of cliches and this kind of contrived idea about you know national stereotypes.
And looking at the trailer, it almost looks like it's taken Ireland back 20 or 30 years. It doesn't even look like a modern portrayal of Ireland, a place that has got huge tech innovation, all of the type of things that Ireland's actually progressing with. None of that looks like it's going to be mentioned in this movie.
Not at all. I mean, it doesn't even look like they have running water in the house that Emily Blunt is living in. She's got dirt all over her face. But I mean, like, she's wearing this kind of like shawl, and when this Rolls Royce pulls up, they're all mystified by it. I mean, it is that kind of thing of infantilizing Ireland, which again, Irish people are well aware of this stereotype that is out there by, you know, Hollywood. I mean, Irish people generally tend to laugh at it because it's just completely not true. But seeing it like this and seeing actors like Christopher Walken and Emily Blunt, and the fact that this is written by, a Pulitzer Prize winning writer, he directed Moonstruck as well. Like, he's a very serious talent. You'd think he would have some kind of awareness, I guess, of, what is a fantasy and what is a reality in Ireland.
And I think the big mystery for me is Jamie Dornan, because he comes from Northern Ireland, and we've seen him in the
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey trilogy. He's put on an American accent before. Why is it so hard for him to nail the accent of the country next door?
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, he's from County Down, which is in Northern Ireland, and I mean, his normal speaking accent is Irish. If you heard him, you would think he was Irish. And even worse, I believe he actually helped Emily Blunt with her accent as well, and I don't think he did a great job of it. But I mean, having spoken to other actors in the past, they've all said that the Irish accent is quite difficult to nail down, and I do think there does need to be some sort of awareness of that. I mean, Jared Butler, when he did the film P.S. I Love You, afterwards, he actually publicly apologised to the people of Ireland for how bad his accent was. So I think maybe Emily Blunt and Christopher Walken and Jamie Dornan will probably have to do some contrition after this.